What is going on, everybody? We are here in our European village. It's day one. We're just sipping our coffee up on the balcony, enjoying our lovely view. It's so nice. We kind of are just tucked into the corner here, but I suppose we should get to it. We got lots on the agenda today. Kind of an ambitious day ahead of us. But hey, the pumpkins are out. It's fall, as you can see. I suppose we should start off by feeding the dog. I think he's out there somewhere. And yeah, I think we might want to just throw some seed in our greenhouse. I think it's already topped up with water, and maybe even some fertilizer, and just get going on that guy. That way he can just start growing for us. I would love to get some chickens at the end of the day too. At some point, we do have a field that we can harvest, thankfully. I believe it's full of sorghum, which you can use to feed the chickens, so that kind of works out for us. We do have a couple other things field-wise that I'd like to get done, but it's not going to be an optimal first year. But I think we're just going to start off with this guy. I need to find out which one of these bags is full of seed. I think it's one of these guys. Alright, we got a bunch of seed in here, I believe. I don't even know how many liters, but enough to get us started, that is for sure. So we'll get it dropped off here, and like I said, we'll go pick up a round of fertilizer too, and just make sure that these things are nice and topped up, and it should last us quite a while, so that's useful. Of course, this is kind of a good little go-to farm, like just for like around a farmyard, this vehicle, because I mean we really only have one trailer by the looks of things, and I mean that's just, it works, but it's a pretty big trailer, so just doing small stuff like this is definitely a lot easier with something like this guy. Alright, we'll get our fertilizer dropped off. Should be good. Yeah, we definitely would not be able to fit in here with our big trailer. I think we should be able to back up there to our chickens, but if not, this guy will come in handy for that as well. So let's see what we can get started on our greenhouses. Alright, we got a fair bit of water. Doesn't show that there's a whole lot, but that's okay. We have plenty available to us. And just under 500 liters of both seed and solid fertilizer. So I think we're just going to go ahead and start off with lettuce. Nothing too crazy. In the future, if we want to, we could maybe grow some potatoes or something like that, and just kind of start it that way. We wouldn't need to buy a bunch of seed to plant our fields with potatoes, so that could be an option in the future, but that'd probably be a little bit down the line. For now, we're just kind of getting started with stuff, so I suppose this guy doesn't have to go back up on the ramps, but whatever. We'll park him back here for now. I'm sure he'll come in handy later again today. What do we need next? I think we might try and go spray our fields quick. I'm not really sure how good of a yield we're going to get out of them this year, but I think it doesn't hurt to just try and get a little bit done on that. So this guy is what we're going to be pulling, and I think we might need to use this small little Fiat crawler we have in here. I'm excited to use this guy. I'm sure he's not going to be the fastest, but should be good. So, I suppose we should get him warmed up. Probably been a while since it's been turned over, but you seem to start up just fine for us. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Cram-packed in here. There we go. Oh, yeah. That's looking good. Sounds kind of squeaky, but I suppose that's what you get with these big crawler tracks, especially when we go onto the paved areas and stuff like that in our sheds. Alright. Suppose we should top her up too. I'm not sure how much she's got in here, but it feels pretty light. This one looks like the liquid stuff. Oh boy. Hitting the barrels. Well, it's definitely a lot heavier now. Hopefully we can get up the hill and out of here. But yeah, this might be a slow job for sure. We'll see how long it's taken us, because we, like I said, got to get some harvesting done. And I would love to get some forage harvesting done today, too, on our cornfield, because it's probably pretty close to being done. And I'd love to just turn that into a bunch of chaff if we can, and bring it to the biomass. Alright. That was struggling. Too bad the gate wasn't open, but it seems like we're okay. We're definitely going to have a bit of overspray, so I'm curious if we're able to kind of skip a row. Alright, well, it's on. Let's try and stay straight. Yeah, it looks like, I mean, it should hit both rows. We're able to just squeeze through these lanes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is toy like a toiga. But oh my gosh, we'll get her done. Okay, well, after painfully getting through that last row, I realized we didn't even need to do the grapes. I was just kind of pretty excited about getting up here and trying it out. It's the grapes are actually fully fertilized. It's just the olives that we need to tend to, so I think we might skip over to them instead. Should be a little bit easier for us to squeeze through there. Hopefully it doesn't take us too long, because we could definitely use the money from, well, the chickens that we will soon be getting, those eggs. And will it overspray on these ones? I'm curious. I mean, I don't know if it's enough that we can go in between rows, but we could, like, skip every other row, because these two are done now. And seems to actually just be chugging along pretty well down these guys, so hopefully it shouldn't take us too long. I'm definitely enjoying the view in this guy. It's looking good. Oh, I've been waiting to do this for some time. Well, that wasn't too bad at all. We're just coming down our last strip now. Of course, I think this strip to our right is going to maybe have a double application, but that's okay. I looked at kind of the crop schedule, and I'm pretty sure these are even good to go next month. Same with our grapes, which is going to be kind of a crazy, hectic start to everything. Like, we're kind of just settling in and figuring out how things go. So if, like, we're already harvesting pretty much everything, that might be kind of rough. But thankfully, that didn't take us too long at all. So we are going to chug our way on back down into the farmyard. Probably put this guy away and check out what's next on the agenda. We'll probably bust out the harvester. As you can see, our sorghum field just over there. That's what we're headed over to next. Gotta be careful in all these tight spaces not to run over our crop. I guess in a way that's kind of nice, having smaller tractors and implements and stuff like that. Getting stuff in here with a gooseneck is definitely a struggle, but what can you do? So, I suppose we should keep things nice and tidy organized. We'll go back over to this guy's home, and we can probably just put this tractor away for now. It actually did us pretty good, a lot better than I expected, to be honest. I mean, it is an old boy, but hey, she gets the job done. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This garage is actually really nice. I like how everything's kind of just stuffed in here. I mean, use the space you got. So, this is the bad boy in question here. I'm curious how it's going to get it done, but should be fine. Looks like we have the right implement on there. The corn header, of course, we saw over in the garage by our little farm vehicle. I don't even know what to call that guy. So I suppose we'll bust this out. We're going to need to grab another tractor as well and bring that over to the field, because I don't know if this guy's got a hopper. Maybe it does. Maybe it's pretty small. Either way, I think we're going to need something to transport stuff back and forth. Thankfully, this is just a grass field, so we can cut across this one. No harm, no foul. That's fair game. Yeah, and I think before we get started, we'll just go grab a tractor and trailer real quick. That way we don't have to do it when we're in the middle of the field there. We got a few options, and I like all of them, honestly, but I think we already started with an orange boy today. We may as well keep that trend going. This is like a bigger, newer, upgraded version of that tractor we used. Pretty cool. I mean, it is a beast, honestly, but it sounds wonderful, and I suppose we should open up our silo doors here. Yeah, mostly color matching trailer too, I'll take that. man clearly liked orange. Alright. This is a pretty big trailer, but we should have no problem with this guy. Well, this is going to be dusty, that's for sure. So, we'll get it unfolded. We'll get it turned on. And see how it goes. Yeah, lower this guy down. And blam, we're harvesting. Not a big header at all, but I mean, it's not really, we don't have big fields, so I suppose that's fine with me. I mean, I'm not really sure what else we could really upgrade to, but this thing seems to be a bit of a beast. So, we'll see kind of how it goes with this first harvest here. Don't want to run into the neighbor's field there, but you know what? We might sneak into this one real quick. And flip a Yui and just create some more space for us. Yeah, this is the one I wanted to avoid. Alright, wonderful. We'll head back down this way, and we'll get her done. Alright, we got a good 3,000 liters almost out of that, so I mean, nothing too impressive for sure, but I have no idea how, what condition the field was in, if it was fertilized or anything like that. Definitely glad that this tractor has a roof on it, but the open top is definitely pretty cool. So now we kind of got to thread this guy back in there. Yeah, just drop all this stuff off. Hopefully we can go grab a couple chickens. I'm not sure how many this can even really support, but I guess we'll figure it out. I would love to not have to buy feed for them, but we'll have to be kind of careful because if they're reproducing, we definitely cannot handle the full capacity of what this place can hold. So we're going to have to do a little bit of readjusting. This tractor doesn't seem to have the best turn radius, but what can you do about that? We'll get her done nonetheless. Well, it's time for our first improvement. We can get this back here pretty well. Of course, we can get a little bit closer, but it still just doesn't leave enough room for this guy to tip up. So I think we got to just get rid of this tree. It is kind of a nice little nature doorway, but what can you do? I think leaving the stump should be fine for now, but we do actually have a stump grinder somewhere in the garage. So I want it to fall the direction the blade's going, like away from everything. If it does not, then that's horrifying. It's trying. Oh boy. Maybe if we bump into it now with the trailer, it should be fine. Oh, there she goes. Oh my god, now she's coming down on us. It's just kind of stuck in all the branches. I think we're fine. Alright, well, you know, that stump, I think it's just got to go. And as great as driving this guy right in there would be, I know we did take the time to get it all backed up and in there, but I think definitely using our other vehicle we used to move our seat around this morning is going to be the way to go. For now, especially since it's raining and we kind of got to figure this out, we're going to pull it in here and we're just going to actually just dump it off into our grain silo because that doesn't hurt, and then we can get it dropped off into the back of our other vehicle when we're done. I suppose we might need to move the trailer at that point. So we can just leave this guy here, and we'll hop in our little New Holland skid steer and pick out this stump grinder. Get rid of that bad boy. Alright, we're looking good. This shouldn't take us too long. It's one stump. Really, how much of a pain could it be? Clearly, a fair bit. But, oh yeah, we'll get it turned on. We're on kind of a little weird incline here. That's not a problem. Not a problem for a skid steer. It's what it's made for. Alright, that's all looking pretty good. Got it taken care of. I will take that. I suppose we should reorient this thing. That way it's not going too crazy on us. And you know what? This is looking like a decent spot if we can throw this thing underneath the shelves. That way we don't have to dig it out of the garage every time we need to use it. So, something like that could be good. Looks like, yeah, those are our pellet forks over there as well, which will probably come in pretty handy moving around those eggs. And it looks like we already got a little bit of honey coming out from those bees as well. We'll just throw the bucket on and back this guy up into here for now. A little bit of a tight squeeze. That's alright. We're used to it. It's a small firm. What can you do? Alright. Putting this guy to use once again. Oh my gosh. We're going to slip right into our garage door there. It's wet out here. That's for sure. Alright. Let's see what we can get filled up with. Ooh, there we go. Just shy, like I said, of 3,000 liters. We're going to call it 3,000. We can only hold like 500 in here. It's going to take us a few trips with this, I guess. Might be worth looking into some sort of smaller trailer, put on the brakes there to get this thing loaded up in the future. Could be useful. Well, I've played around with it pretty much as I can, and you know, I think it's just the intake here has just been buried over with soil from not being used from so long. I don't know, but this is a pretty big container building for chickens. I mean, it holds a lot, but you know, as you can see, the dirt is starting to even like take over inside the building there. So I'm thinking this is just maybe one of the reasons this guy went out of business, you know. Who knows, but I think it might be in our best interest if we can try and see if the store can salvage any of the parts from this, because I don't think we're going to need something this big. Like, we could keep it and try and dig it out and make it work, but ultimately, I don't know, I think it might cause us problems because we don't have a lot of feed, and if we're pretty much putting all of our feed into that guy, and if we are getting lots of chickens and they're going through it before we have a chance to sell them, we're going to run out of chicken feed before we know it, and that's not going to be a good situation. So I think it might be in our best interest to just stick to some field work and try and make some calls later tonight once we're all finished up, and maybe just start tearing this thing down. That way we can get rid of it and find a better solution. I do still want to have chickens. I mean, why not? But I think we can maybe find a cheaper and better solution for all that. So I think we'll just go ahead and park this guy here for now. We'll back up our trailer into there, get it out of the rain, and I think go find our plow, because the field we just did needs to get plowed. So that is going to be what we're doing out in the rain. I guess it's a good thing we got all that harvesting done before the rain hit. And same with our spraying too. Wouldn't be too nice to be out there completely uncovered. We're kind of at the mercy of the weather when it comes to that. So where is our plow? I feel like it's not in this one, considering, you know, it's mostly our sprayers. We do have a front weight on this guy, so we should be okay. But we just need to find that guy. Oh, okay. I think, yeah, it's in here. So, might have to move our cultivator out of the way, although we will need that at some point as well. So we might want to hook up to that with something, drop it over by one of our other tractors. Who knows? Might be worth it to hop in something with a cab if this weather is going to keep up. Yeah, we're a little bit of a fair weather farmer at the moment. I mean, we haven't quite adjusted to this new climate, so I don't know if we can bear being out in that guy. We're going to have to swap over to something with a cab. Hey now. Still getting used to these doors. There we go. We have a couple options here. I think this is our smallest tractor. So maybe we'll use that for cultivating. And we'll use this guy for the plow. This is our biggest one. Might want to grab our front weight as well. That wouldn't hurt. Oh yeah. Oh, this is nice. Seems like it turns probably a little bit easier than the last field we were in. I think it is a little bit newer, so that would make sense. We were lined up so nice for our front loader, but no, it is the weight that we do need. Alright, we're looking good. We got the weight on, and of course, as soon as I say that, the rain has gone away. Come on, Randy, what's going on, man? Are you a farmer or what? Just whatever is more time effective, really. Because that will be what's more cost effective. You're just wasting time switching tractors, but that's alright. We're trying stuff out. We're seeing what works. Oh boy. And definitely using our big tractor might be the best idea for our plow. Because it's got to get deep down in the soil there, so that would make sense. And I think it also makes sense to open up this guy. That way we can just drive right on through. That might make it a little bit easier for us. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Like a glove. And we will scoot out the back entrance here. Oh, this cotton field, you know, we don't have a lot of money, and we don't have a cotton harvester, and this is a tiny field. I don't even think, like, we won't get a full bale out of it, which is kind of rough, definitely for the cost of what it's going to take to buy a harvester for it. So we might have to make some tough decisions and just get rid of the field. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's ready to harvest pretty soon as well. Same with this corn beside us. I was hoping to turn that into silage, but I don't think, again, we have the funds for it. Our forage harvester doesn't even have an implement for that either. So we'll kind of have to see what that guy is useful for. Definitely would be good for picking up grass and stuff like that. But for now, yeah, I'm glad I chose this guy, because even it seems to be struggling a little bit with this field. So we'll get it done the best we can, but I suppose slow and steady wins the race. Alright, we are rolling, and yeah, I mean, this tractor's great, but it seems like it definitely likes to get stuck in these lower gears. It does eventually pop out of them, but for the most part, it takes it slow and steady. So we'll just grab this one little mist patch here, and hopefully that was enough to do the job. I'm not really sure. Alright, I suppose if we're trying to do the best we can with that field, we should get some lime on it. But I don't think we have any laying around the farm, so we might need to make a run into town if we want to go do that. I don't even think we have anything to spray lime with, to be honest. Oh no. Come on. We got it in here. How do we... We got it out. How do we get it in? Oh my gosh. I mean, it was not easy, but we did it. So we can probably get that guy just put away. And yeah, I mean, we got sprayers, but I don't think we have anything to spread lime with. So I don't know. I feel like we should definitely do it, but we need to rent something to do it. Maybe we'll rip down in the Range Rover and go pick up some lime and see what they have for spreader options. I'm not really sure. Oh yeah. This thing does rip. I quite like it. We have enough room in the back to just bring back some lime, but I suppose we should just go check out some options and try not to run into our vineyard in the process. Come on, Randy. I know we're in a new country and all, but still. Alright. I suppose we could take the bridge. You just head right on down this direction, and we'll be there in no time. Alright. Just ripping in, and then I guess let's check out what they got for options for us. Pop into front door here. Hello, lads. Well, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think there's really too many options. We do have this trailer. There's a couple trailers that can do the lime. And then, of course, there's attachments for the John Deere, which I feel like could be useful. We don't have a gator, so we could maybe sell what we have and swap it around, pick up some implements for a gator. That could be useful. For now, I mean, that's 2,300, and then some lime to go with it. So probably 25. Well, yeah, maybe 3,500 bucks to get that job done. Of course, this is kind of right in that range, just for the back, and then for a gator as well. Is a fair bit more. So I think that's kind of out of our price range right now, but definitely something I'm tempted to look into for the future, because I feel like he could do a lot around the farm, just as far as even the vineyards and orchards go. So we will just lease this, I think, for right now. But that is going to be kind of painful if we're doing that consistently, so that's kind of rough. So I think we'll, yeah, another $1,000. We'll buy 4 bags. I don't think it'll take 4 bags, but it doesn't hurt to have more laying around. Do want to be kind of mindful of our money at this point in the game, especially because we can't take out any more loans. We're like maxed out, and we're paying interest, so our money is going to be going away daily as well. So we're going to have to start making it pretty much as quick as we can. And I think we can just get the shop to help us load up with the JCB. Maybe we'll just put ourselves in a spot a little bit easier. That way he can kind of just pick them up and drop them right in. Oh, this is nice. Super nice of the shop to have these laying around. You know, they have pretty much free use. If you're buying stuff, if you're a good customer, you can just load it up. I mean, obviously, if you're breaking stuff, then I don't think they're going to be too happy with that. So we'll get 2 bags on there. Ooh, that's heavy. They might need to throw a weight on the back of this guy, but I think it'll be just fine for now. We'll get both these unloaded, and same with all of these unloaded, and then we can head back. Hopefully it shouldn't be too much for the truck to handle, but of course we won't be actually running it. We're just trying to transport it back to the farm. Wonderful. All of it fits. I'm pretty sure that trailer holds like 4,500 liters, and we bought 4,000, so I think 4,200. Each of those bags holds 1,050, so either way, looks like that's pretty much all the weight that our truck can handle. Hopefully we can get it back without too much of a worry. We might want to throw... Oh, our engine was on. Alright, well, we might want to throw on our hazards, because, yeah, this is... we should not be doing this. Alright, we painfully made it back. So that's good. Yeah, I suppose if we really wanted to, we could sell this guy for a John Deere Gator and see how much that can get done. I feel like it could be really useful around the farm. But for now, I suppose we need to hop in another tractor. The other one already has the weight on it. That guy was pretty heavy, so we may as well just stick with that one. Alright. And yes, we do have our cultivator there. Once we get it done with lime, then we can get that done. But we do want to just get this done as quick as possible. That way we're not paying any more hourly fees, anything like that. And rip it back to the shop. We'll unload all of the other lime that we don't use. We did keep the empty big bags, and we can just load them back into there, keep those around the ranch, But yeah, well, it shouldn't take us too long at all. Pretty small field. And of course, we didn't get close enough on the initial strip, but what can you do? Alright, this is going to be kind of interesting. We don't have a whole lot of space to turn around. Oh my god. What happened there, Chief? The linkage disconnected as it turned on, and I think it sprayed a field that's not even ours. You're welcome, I guess? Alright, well, yeah, it looks like this should only be a couple passes, but it does go through a lot of lime, and we are not the best at keeping the overspray to a minimum. So, to heck with it. We'll get it done, sloppy as it may be. Alright, let's just clean up this little edge here. Probably spray some onto the cornfield. What can you do? Alright. Yeah, see, nice and quick and easy. This grass field does need to get plowed, and probably would need lime as well, but at the same time, like, if it's gonna stay as grass, I don't think it really matters too much. It should be okay. We'll kind of see how that goes. Oh boy. Oh boy. The front weight, that's what we're bopping stuff on. I thought we were clearing it, but it wasn't for that darn front weight. I would have gotten away with it. Alright, wonderful. We got all of that unloaded. I'm trying to not crash into anything else if we can help it. And since we're here, we'll drop that off. We'll get that field cultivated, because yeah, I'd love to get it planted tomorrow with something. That way we have plenty more feed coming in for the chickens, but I mean, it's going to be minimal at best. I mean, we know we only got 3,000 liters out of it with this last harvest, so we probably want to look at combining a couple of our fields. And hey, if, you know, we are going to get rid of this cotton. It might have been in our best interest to do that today, but you know, don't want to do too many big moves just off the start. So we will throw this down and get going, see how the field looks after. Alright, well, we pretty much made it. I suppose we could have gone in the side entrance with this thing. That way it would have been a little bit easier for us to drop off. Decided to just take the tractor into town. Why not? It's a pretty small town. Just a little farming community, so I'm not really too worried about bringing tractors through the roads as much. I try and limit it best we can, but it should be pretty good for them. I suppose we got to open up this side. We can escape on out of here. I suppose while we are here as well, it wouldn't be a bad idea to just check the sale. I don't think we did that earlier. Alright, yeah, we can return this guy. There you go, gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. Interesting. Yeah, I think this is pretty similar to the one that we have now, but yeah, I can't do corn. And this would be cool, but I mean, out of our price range. Not something we need. We were just saying we can probably get away with using our tractors a lot of the time, so that's all good. But yeah, the sun's going down. It's starting to be our first full day completed on our new farm here. We got a fair bit done. We got our olive orchard all sprayed up. No idea. I think we have both of those pretty much coming into harvest in the next little bit here, as well as our corn, our cotton. It's going to be kind of hectic. A lot to kind of deal with, and probably some big decisions to be made as well. Probably should wait to put on the high beams until we get off public roads there. But yeah, no, I think overall we had a successful first day, and next month should be pretty good as well. Might have to make some tough decisions with what we want to harvest if something needs to get sacrificed, but we will try and squeeze all of it in. We can get our grapes done, of course, no problem. Olives, we need to rent something for that. Cotton, we need to rent something for that. But corn, thankfully, we can do that. Silage, we would have had to rent something for it, but we can probably get away with maybe cutting our grass, hopefully, before the year's end, and turning that into silage and bring it up to the biogas that we're driving by right now. We'll kind of see what happens there. And yeah, we should probably tear down our chicken coop. It's going to be the game plan for the rest of the evening, I suppose. So, other than that, that was kind of our only little thorn in the side of our day there. Otherwise, we had a pretty good day. I would have loved to be bringing chickens back right now, but we know we have a little bit of feed for them, and we can find something a little bit more suitable for the size of the farm we're running right now. Oh, look at that. The dog is out. What's up, buddy? He's probably getting hungry. He's like, Dad, what are you doing? It's late. You're out in the fields again. Oh, geez, I'm just realizing now these tractors kind of match a similar color to lots of our barn roofs there. So we'll get this closed up for the evening. I think the back door's open, but hey, when isn't it? So, probably should have turned the other direction there to put this guy away. We can turn off our beacon. Lots of doors open. Maybe we're busy. Not realistic to close everything all the time. That's why we close our gates if possible. And I think for now, we'll maybe just be prepared in case we need the front loader on this guy. But either way, he's parked up, good to go. And yeah, it's getting dark, so that's going to be it for this first day in our new European village. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think, and yeah, we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.